The camera slowly pans across a breathtaking vista of swirling nebulae and distant galaxies, a visual symphony of cosmic scale. A voice begins, calm and measured. For millennia, humanity has gazed at the stars and asked, "Where did we come from?" A question that's echoed through countless cultures, faiths, and scientific endeavors. The story whispered in ancient texts offers a startlingly different account than what our modern understanding of the universe reveals. The screen shifts to an image depicting the opening verses of Genesis, illuminated text overlaid on a pastoral scene. Consider the creation narrative found within the book of Genesis. It speaks of God, in 6 days, bringing forth light, land, seas, and ultimately humanity. A gentle musical underscore begins, evocative of contemplation rather than urgency. But what is this story? Is it meant to be taken literally? A precise historical record of events unfolding as they were described thousands of years ago? Or is it something more? Religious traditions across the world have wrestled with this very question for centuries. A slide appears showing variations in creation stories from different cultures, Egyptian myths, Norse legends, and indigenous beliefs. The underlying theme remains remarkably consistent, an ordered universe emerging from a primordial state. A slight pause. Yet, as we've begun to truly understand the cosmos, to unravel its mysteries through observation and experimentation, a radically different picture has emerged. Modern science posits a universe born not from divine decree, but from an event we call the Big Bang. Approximately 13.8 billion years ago, everything, space, time, and all matter, was compressed into an infinitesimally small point of unimaginable density. Then, in a fraction of a second, it exploded outward, expanding at an accelerating rate. This explosion created not only the universe itself, but also the fundamental forces that govern its behavior. Evidence suggests that the very elements, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, which form the building blocks of life, were forged in the hearts of dying stars billions of years ago. The screen displays a visualization of supernovae and stellar nucleosynthesis. These elements then scattered throughout the cosmos, eventually coalescing to form planets, and ultimately us. A reflective tone returns. So we have two narratives, one rooted in faith and divine creation, the other grounded in scientific observation and cosmic evolution. The visual returns to a shot of deep space, vast and humbling. If one is undeniably true, what does that mean for our understanding of our origins? And if both are valid, how can they coexist? A subtle question lingers in the air, inviting contemplation. Let's delve deeper into the science behind this remarkable beginning. The image shifts again, this time showcasing detailed simulations of the early universe, revealing the cosmic microwave background radiation. For decades, scientists have been piecing together the story of the Big Bang, not through direct observation of that initial moment, impossible as it may be, but by analyzing the faint afterglow left behind. A subtle increase in tempo reflects this scientific investigation. This afterglow, the cosmic microwave background radiation, is essentially the oldest light in the universe, a snapshot taken just 380,000 years after the Big Bang. The screen displays an animated map of CMB fluctuations, illustrating temperature variations across the sky. Its discovery provided irrefutable evidence supporting the theory that the universe began from an extremely hot, dense state, and has been expanding ever since. But the story doesn't end there. The voice continues, a note of intrigue added. Scientists have identified other key pieces of evidence: the redshift of distant galaxies, indicating their movement away from us, and the abundance of light elements like hydrogen and helium, perfectly aligned with predictions based on Big Bang cosmology. A graphic appears illustrating Hubble's law, directly linking distance and velocity. These observations paint a compelling picture of a universe evolving over billions of years, governed by physical laws that appear consistent across vast distances. A visual transition shows the formation of galaxies within these expanding structures, swirling nebulae coalescing into spiral arms. Yet, amidst this scientific narrative, there remain unanswered questions. What caused the Big Bang itself? And what existed before it? A moment of thoughtful pause. Some scientists propose models involving multiple universes, a multiverse, where our universe is just one bubble within a larger cosmic foam. The screen displays artistic renderings of this concept, interconnected bubbles representing different universes. Others suggest that time itself may have begun with the Big Bang, challenging our conventional understanding of causality. It's important to recognize that science doesn't offer definitive answers to everything. Its strength lies in its ability to formulate hypotheses, test them rigorously, and refine our models as new evidence emerges. The voice takes on a more measured tone. Conversely, theological perspectives often grapple with the why, seeking meaning and purpose within the framework of creation. Consider the concept of fine-tuning. The observation that fundamental constants of physics have values that appear precisely calibrated to allow for the existence of stars, planets, and ultimately life. A graphic illustrates these constants: mass, gravitational constant, etc., visually highlighting their narrow range of possible values. Some argue this suggests a deliberate design, while others see it as simply a consequence of random fluctuations within an expanding universe. The debate continues, fueled by both scientific inquiry and spiritual reflection. The visual returns to a panoramic view of the cosmos, simultaneously awe-inspiring and humbling. A subtle question arises. If the universe is vast enough, does our existence truly require a grand designer? Perhaps the most profound realization is that these two narratives, science and faith, aren't necessarily in conflict. They represent different ways of approaching the same fundamental questions about our place within the cosmos. The voice becomes warmer and more encouraging. One seeks to explain how, while the other explores why. The image dissolves into a series of intricate astronomical maps, charting the distribution of galaxies and dark matter across vast cosmic distances. For centuries, humanity has sought patterns in the heavens, attempting to discern order within apparent chaos. A gentle, inquisitive tone permeates the narration. But what if the order we perceive isn't inherent to the universe itself, but rather a consequence of our own limited perspective? The screen shifts to an animation illustrating the concept of dark matter, invisible mass exerting gravitational influence on visible galaxies. Scientists now believe that roughly 85% of the universe is composed of dark matter and dark energy, entities we can't directly observe, yet whose presence profoundly shapes the cosmos. These discoveries challenge our preconceived notions about what constitutes reality. They suggest that much of the universe remains hidden from our senses, operating according to principles beyond our current comprehension. A visual transition shows a scientist peering through a powerful telescope, symbolizing the ongoing quest for knowledge. Consider the implications. If we can't fully grasp the nature of these unseen components, how can we truly claim to understand the totality of existence? The voice takes on a contemplative quality. Perhaps the universe operates according to laws far more complex and elegant than our current models suggest. Historically, theological interpretations have often sought explanations for such mysteries, pointing to a divine intelligence capable of orchestrating events beyond human understanding. However, these explanations can sometimes clash with scientific findings, leading to perceived contradictions. The challenge lies not in dismissing one perspective or the other, but in recognizing their respective domains of inquiry. Science explores how things work within the observable universe, while faith often grapples with why we are here and what our purpose might be. A subtle shift in pace underscores this distinction. There's a compelling argument to be made that both narratives, scientific understanding and spiritual reflection, are ultimately seeking to answer the same fundamental question: what is our place within this vast, intricate cosmos? It's tempting to seek definitive answers, to impose rigid frameworks upon an inherently fluid reality, a pause for reflection. But perhaps true wisdom lies in embracing uncertainty, acknowledging that some questions may never have easy solutions. Instead of viewing the Big Bang and Genesis as mutually exclusive narratives, we might consider them as complementary lenses through which to examine the same profound mystery, the origin and destiny of everything that is. The final shot fades slowly into a star-filled night sky, and perhaps, in seeking to understand one, we inadvertently gain insight into the other. The image now focuses on a close-up of a human eye, reflecting the vastness of space within its pupil. Ultimately, the pursuit of understanding, whether through scientific investigation or spiritual contemplation, begins with a profound sense of wonder. A quiet, contemplative tone underscores the narration. Let's revisit the concept of fine-tuning, the observation that the physical constants governing our universe are exquisitely balanced to allow for life to exist. Some see this as evidence of intelligent design, a deliberate act of creation. However, alternative explanations propose that these fine-tuned parameters emerged naturally, through random fluctuations within an expanding universe, a concept known as the anthropic principle. It's a subtle but crucial distinction. Is life a result of design, or simply a statistical inevitability? Consider the implications for our understanding of free will and determinism. The voice shifts slightly, introducing a more philosophical element. If the universe's fundamental constants are predetermined, does this diminish our sense of agency, our ability to make meaningful choices? Conversely, many theological traditions embrace the notion that God not only created the universe, but also imbued it with inherent purpose and meaning, allowing for human free will within a divine plan. A visual montage displays artwork depicting humanity's relationship with nature and spirituality. This perspective suggests that our existence is not merely a consequence of chance, but a purposeful act of creation. The beauty of this ongoing dialogue lies in its refusal to offer simplistic answers. It acknowledges the limits of human knowledge and embraces the inherent mysteries of existence, rather than seeking to definitively prove or disprove either narrative. Perhaps we should appreciate them for what they offer. Science provides a framework for understanding how the universe functions, while faith offers a lens through which to interpret why. The pace slows down, inviting deeper reflection. It's possible that both perspectives, science and religion, are pointing toward a single ultimate truth, a reality beyond our current capacity to fully comprehend. A subtle shift in tone, hopeful yet measured. Perhaps the greatest insight comes not from resolving the apparent conflict between them, but from recognizing their complementary value. Ultimately, we are all cosmic travelers, stardust seeking understanding amidst an infinite expanse of time and space. The final image remains focused on the eye, reflecting both the wonder of the universe and the human spirit. And in that shared journey, there may lie a profound and enduring connection. A single, luminous star slowly emerges from a dark background, symbolizing hope and enduring questions. The exploration of our origins, the Big Bang and Genesis, is not merely an academic exercise. It's a deeply personal one. It compels us to confront fundamental existential questions. Where did we come from? What is our purpose? And what does it mean to be human? Within this vast, indifferent universe, the visual expands slightly, showcasing a diverse collection of human faces, reflecting different cultures and perspectives. Perhaps the most valuable outcome of this intellectual journey isn't finding definitive answers, for some questions may remain forever beyond our grasp, but rather cultivating a sense of humility in the face of mystery, a subtle shift towards philosophical reflection, recognizing that our understanding is always provisional, shaped by our limited perspectives and evolving knowledge. Consider the concept of emergence. How complex systems can arise from simpler components without any central direction or design. The screen displays an animation illustrating the formation of snowflakes, showcasing intricate patterns arising from simple rules. Could it be that consciousness, our ability to contemplate our own existence, emerged spontaneously from the physical processes of the universe, a remarkable and unexpected outcome? This doesn't diminish the significance of either science or faith. Rather, it suggests that both offer valuable insights into the nature of reality. A visual transition shows a hand reaching out towards the stars, symbolizing connection and aspiration. Science illuminates how things work, while faith provides a framework for meaning and purpose. The tension between these two perspectives, the scientific quest for objective truth and the spiritual yearning for subjective experience, is not necessarily a source of conflict. It can be a catalyst for growth, prompting us to examine our assumptions and expand our horizons. The pace slows slightly, inviting deeper contemplation. Ultimately, the search for meaning is a uniquely human endeavor, one that requires both intellectual rigor and emotional vulnerability. A contemplative pause. It's about embracing the paradoxes of existence, the beauty and the suffering, the order and the chaos, the finite and the infinite. Let us not be afraid to grapple with these profound questions, to embrace uncertainty, and seek wisdom from diverse sources. The visual focuses on a single, distant galaxy, emphasizing the vastness of time and space. For in the end, it is our willingness to question, to explore, that defines our humanity. And as we gaze up at the stars, let us remember that we are not merely observers, but participants in this ongoing cosmic drama. A final lingering shot of a starry night sky, leaving the viewer with a sense of wonder and possibility. May our journey be filled with curiosity, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to seeking truth in all its mysterious forms. This video has come to an end, but the discovery continues. Check out more content on the channel and subscribe so you don't miss what's next. Thank you for watching.